Hey everybody, welcome back. We just saw Swiss Army Man and so good. I can't believe we got to see it in a theater. That was really exciting for me. But we are basically straight out of the theater. It's July 4th. Happy Independence Day! And it's daylight, which is weird. But yeah, we just saw it. We're geeking out. And this is going to be the all spoilers video. So here's your warning. Spoilers, 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 spoilers. We are going to talk everything we feel like talking about in this movie. And we're going to spoil the crap out of it. If you don't want spoilers, then there is a link in the description or something's popping up you can click on and check out our no spoiler review. And then come back and check this one out after you've seen the movie and see if you agree with us or disagree. Whatever. Okay, everybody clear? You gone? All right, let's get into it. Fuck yes, this movie is amazing. We touched on it. I'll just recap a little bit of the no spoiler thing. We touched on the music being fantastic. I got to get that soundtrack like ASAP. Well, we don't want to get sued. Cotton Eye Joe. And the cinematography is gorgeous. The performances are gorgeous. The acting is amazing, absolutely amazing. And just because I do want to point that out there again, I have a new job title, a new IMDb thing I want to be a fartist. That is a job I would like to do, supervising sound editor / fartist. And because I thought it was funny in the other video, I've done some fartistry in my time. Oh yeah, check out Zeppo, send us from beyond the moon. But anyway, it's plug.
And this is all mine.
All hers, ladies. Yeah, and at least she's not trying to put a cork in my butt to keep me from farting.
No, I need to put the corks in place, sweetheart.
Yeah. But oh my God, this was an awesome movie. I'm gonna sound like one of those cheesy posters for a minute, but it has heart, and it is gorgeous, and a beautiful message, a layered message, and it is what indie film should be, in my opinion. And I can't wait to see this thing over and over and dissect it. Because, from the trailers, I thought it was really going to be more of a standardized, boy trying to have romance with girl kind of story, that he was trying to get back to this woman, which they were trying to do.
It just wasn't the person you thought.
No, actually, it's kind of interesting, because then you get the sense, like, oh my God, is this going to turn into a relationship, like a love story between Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe, which it kind of does. And it toes that line of you can take it as a love story or a bromance or anything in between and everything all around.
Yeah.
But then there's still kind of the romantic thing about the woman and love and life and, being free to be who you are and want to be and and not being afraid of life and actually live it and experience it, good and bad, and it's just awesome. I get super excited for Marvel movies and Star Wars movies, and those are my childhood, and I love those things, and I can think about those things for days. But as a guy that grew up loving film and cinema and the artistry of filmmaking, and my expectations were really high for this movie, and I'm like pumped after seeing this thing, as you can tell.
Yes.
Oh, but God, there's so much I want to get into, but since I've been talking for the whole thing so far, what was some of your favorite bits?
Oh, gosh.
It's like she didn't expect me to ask her to talk.
That's one of those things is, if I got stuck on a desert island somewhere, I'm not sure if I want to be with Manny or the other guy, because Manny has some really awesome powers, but the other guy is freaking MacGyver. Yeah, that's true. He's a lot of MacGyver, but he's allowed to be MacGyver because of all the powers Manny has. True.
Oh my God, Paul Dano, you've seen him in the thing with the beard, and then he's using Manny as a shaver. He opens his mouth and uses his teeth to shave his beard off.
Yeah, I think that was Daniel's idea.
Yeah, okay, well that was awesome. That was an awesome bit. Oh my God, there's so much good stuff in there though. I don't even know. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep rolling. I can jump in.
The way he can use him as a machine gun.
Oh yeah, with the popcorn kernels and stuff. Oh, that was awesome. Because I was wondering about that in the trailers, but
yeah. Which apparently Manny has super crazy accuracy.
Yeah, because they were nailing fish and frogs and eating, so that was really cool. I love that they built this whole world for themselves, too. All these fake people and all this stuff out of sticks and twigs. A little bit of Kevin McAllister from Home Alone with the rope dancing thing to make the other guy dance and everything. But it was really charming and really cute. Oh God.
The thing is, you're sitting here going I guess it's looks like the Northwest, Oregon, Washington area.
Yeah, a little bit like Endor. That's what it reminded me of.
Chris, what I thought was kind of interesting is that they do finally get back to civilization And then at the end when they're leaving, it's just like, apparently they weren't ever that far away.
No, I thought that I was going to get into that too. I think that was
Okay.
really fascinating that, they were, they were
course, they were
100
the-
yards away from civilization the whole time.
Of course, I can make an excuse for them because they were taking the river. That's faster than trying to go through really, really hilly mountainous terrain. But everybody else caught up right behind them. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that was actually really funny when he's like going back down the river and the cop is just walking along the
so,
bank.
Can we actually just go ahead and talk about the ending? This movie could have very, very, very easily ended in such a way that the entire time you're going to be going like, was it or wasn't it? Or, I don't know. But I think the ending made it pretty damn definitive that it was.
Yeah, I feel like if I watch this a bunch more, I might be able to come up with reasoning that can argue that. But at the moment, because like I said, they're so dense, I'm processing it.
But the witnesses, I mean,
I know
they were clearly witnessing something.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe his gas is hallucinatory. I mean, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is a dense movie. There are layers upon layers that I'm agreeing with you, and you're more. What am I saying? I'm sure she's right, but but I like to think that maybe there's still a little bit of that in there. Which, real quick, I just want to say, I said in the non-spoilers that this guy would lose his job. The news cameraman. He kept putting his fucking camera down. No news cameraman does that. It was either his first day on the job or his last. I'm sorry, I don't care what the fuck's going on. Like, that's why I could never be a news cameraman. Like, I would want to stop and look for real, and you can't fucking do that. Especially when this amazing shit is happening in front of you. You don't let half of it happen and then think, oh, let me pull the camera back up. But I'm a little confused in the way that I want to analyze
Okay.
what was the purpose. I understand it a little bit, but maybe not fully, of why Hank, Paul Dano's character, claimed to be Manny at the end, and then changed his mind and went back on it. Now, obviously, maybe he was thinking he could get away with faking his own death and that kind of stuff, but I don't know. Again, that's one of those things like I really want to think about.
I that's kind of the feeling that I got.
His dad's dick.
Because we don't know what leaps of logic were made between the lady calling 911 and him being dragged out to the news crew.
Yeah.
Manny had the cell phone on. That makes sense because Paul was knocked out basically after the
Right.
bear attack.
Yeah. Oh, the bear attack.
And
Yeah.
I could, if the phone had dropped somewhere, then yes, Manny probably would have picked it up and put it in his pocket.
Yeah. I mean, I get all that. I'm thinking more of character rationalizations, and I don't think that's something we
Although
can
they
think of
did
quickly.
introduce themselves to the kid. Although nobody asked the kid anything.
Right, I don't think they said their names to the kid. They did say the
Yeah,
names to the
they
kid, but that was freaking hilarious too. That he's trying. Daniel Radcliffe's trying to show off his miraculous powers with the spit and all that stuff, and then the boner to this adorable little girl, and it's like no, and Daniel just smacks the shit. No, what are you doing? And it freaks everybody out. And honestly, just that last 5 minutes, if that was a short film from Mary Elizabeth Winstead's perspective, it would be a terrifying horror film. To find this guy with his corpse in your backyard and your daughter screaming, and then find out they have a phone that has pictures and video of you from creepy stalker land, and then the daughter goes missing in the woods as they run out into the woods, and then you find all these creepy building representations of you. Like, that would be terrifying.
And actually, that's probably exactly why Hank let everybody think that he was Manny and vice versa.
Yeah, okay. see, I can get
Because
behind
he's
that.
like, oh shit, her pictures and shit are on my phone.
And he was still afraid.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was still afraid. And because part of the message of the movie to stop being afraid and live your life and experience it all, he had that moment. He was reminded that was what he'd kind of learned. He's like, nope, I'm going to own up to it. And I'm going to go have the life I want to have. People's opinions be damned.
Still
which is
gonna get
actually a
locked
really
up in the
great
psych
message.
ward, but who cares?
Yeah, but well, I mean, clearly the guy needed it because clearly he had suggested he had already been trying to kill himself many times before the island thing, which is also interesting that
Did he actually say that?
that's what. Oh yeah. No, there was
I
a
know
line.
He said he ran away.
But there was a line when he was talking. They were talking about suicide or something, and he said like, God knows I've tried. To kill myself like many times. It really,
I
to
don't
me,
remember hearing that.
it was around the campfire and stuff, but it was really subtle because he whispers a lot of his lines. But that line definitely happened. That definitely happened. No, I'm not arguing that.
Uh,
But no, it did. It really did. And then there was the whole idea that Daniel Radcliffe's character had apparently committed suicide. I think they bonded over suicide. They said that at the end too, that they were talking about the contusions and stuff around his abdomen and all this stuff, and how he was a bridge jumper and they wash up on the beach all the time.
Okay, I couldn't understand part of that particular guy's dialogue.
Okay.
I heard something about colors and washing up, and I think I missed the contusions and bridge jumping part.
Yeah, well, they talked about that and how the bridge jumpers often and his story, how Dano's story makes sense and everything. It all lines up. So, I mean, they were both suicidal. They were both people who had given up on life, and through each other were able to find, you know, a new understanding and appreciation of even the bad and the miserable side of life, and how that can make the good better. And I mean, that's fucking beautiful, man. Like, you get some deep shit out of some of the Marvel movies nowadays, but they don't get that deep. And I love that kind of stuff. You know, essentially, Dano, they're giving each other a reason to live, a reason to appreciate life again and not take it for granted, which was really, really cool. And that's why, you know, the corpse of Radcliffe became more alive as their friendship and bonds formed. And when they finally fall in that lake too, and you know, and then have to kiss for air,
kind of weird too.
Yeah, like that's a sequence I really want to go re-examine a lot more deeply.
I was thinking, wait, what?
Yeah, because it's so quick, but it's really, really fascinating. I want to see more about that. And then the whole thing with Manny, like at the end when he's dead, and like he's just fallen back in that tunnel into blackness. Like it was very difficult not to just start bawling at that moment. I don't know. By then I was just so enamored with, you know, I was invested in these guys and their relationship, and very interested with where it was going. And the music just makes everything so beautiful too. Oh my God, though. You know, we wanted to talk about too that like there's the whole thing about, wait, who really knew the girl on the phone? And, you know, he convinces Manny that it was, you know, or Manny's like, oh no, that's the woman I loved, because he thought it was his girlfriend and all this stuff. So then, you know, Hank starts dressing up as her to help him improve and come back to life, and they're recreating all these memories. And it's really adorable, because there's one point when like Hank takes off off the wig, and then Radcliffe wants to keep talking to him, and he's like, Sarah? Sarah, so he has to put back on the wig. So that was really kind of cute, which was also really funny, because now I'm remembering what that conversation was. Which you gotta love that part about Hank and masturbation, and his mom. When Manny was earlier in the movie, Manny's like, Hank, when I masturbate, I'm gonna think of your mom, so that it won't be weird for you. And then it's so sweet, though, the moment that I was then talking about is where they were talking, you know, where Radcliffe was pretending to talk to the Sarah girl. He's like, my friend Hank, when he masturbates, he thinks about his mom. It's like, and it's sad because he won't, you know, and all that. So, I mean, that was just killing me. Which, you know, it was a funny movie, too. There's a lot of laugh out loud stuff in here. You know, the audience was really, really just rolling. I mean, it wasn't a huge audience, but we were all laughing out loud a lot. There's some real actual like belly rolling laughter things in here. The cork in the butt is great. The animatronic boner that's leading them home is fantastic. Especially when he first sees it. That was really, really cool. The stuff about Hank letting out his farts, you know, that's kind of interesting. That's something worth a bit more dissection. And I mean, look, if nothing else with this movie, and we'll still talk about the bear attack, but if nothing else, just to be able to do the Daniel Radcliffe impressions is just going to be endless hours of fun. Why did you punch me? Why did you punch me in the face? When I masturbate, Hank, I'm going to think about your mom. So you're empty and smelly, so you're garbage. I mean, it's way too much fun. And like she said, we're not sure how he, she said not on camera, but how do you not be twitchy when you're doing that? Because he holds it so perfectly for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just awesome. But yeah, bear attack. Let's do the bear attack and then we'll get out of here because the bear attack was awesome and it's cooler than I expected too. Because basically Hank has run off and he's discovered, oh my God, we're by a road. Civilization is right there. I have signal on my phone. He has this whole real, we see the Facebook thing that Sarah is with some other dude and he's a stalker and all this, Hank is the stalker and he has a realization and he goes running back to Manny. He's like, Manny, I gotta tell you something. He's like, I'm gonna tell you something too. He's like, no, I gotta tell you first. And he starts doing all this stuff about we was wrong, blah, 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 blah. And then they hear, and then Hank is like, what was that? He's like, that's what I was gonna tell you. There's a giant raccoon eating our food. It's the bear. That was awesome. Oh, which reminds me of the bear shit moment earlier too.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we afraid? Because it's big enough to eat us and shove us out its butthole. But it's a little more gruesome and violent than I thought the bear attack would be too, because he tears the crap out of Hank's leg.
It wasn't quite. What was that movie that came out?
Revenant?
Yes, thank you.
I haven't seen it yet, nor have you, so we're going on pure conjecture there. But I mean,
clips.
Okay, fair enough. But it was very, very bloody and gruesome, and then he falls out the tree and snaps his leg and all this stuff. So it's like it's painful, man.
Yeah.
But I love that at the end, Daniel could, or Hank, or Manny could start moving, and he carries Hank all the way back to Sarah. So that was really cool. And then the fiery backflip of Radcliffe to scare the bear off was pretty sweet. So.
Yeah.
But guys, I love this movie. There's so much to dissect. Anything I missed that you really, really want to go over?
No, have we gone over the cross-dressing?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it.
Okay.
And we talked about how Hank was pretending to be Sarah and kind of dressing up and all that stuff.
In that case, the only other thing I'd say is check out SwissArmyMan.com, which I told you to do and I don't think you ever did.
Time.
Okay.
What is time? What is time?
There is a Manny that you can manipulate. And it will tell you if you text
digital
something to you'll start getting text messages from them. Just like for different things, they'll tell you how to do different things with Manny, and it's a fun way to kill about 10 minutes.
Okay, interesting. Well, check that out. Check that out for sure. Check out this movie for sure, because you know what? Look, if you're one of those people that's tired of Hollywood stuff, you're tired of remakes, these are the kind of movies you need to support. Don't fucking pirate them. Give them your money so that they can be like, oh, look, this makes money. Let's put money into making more of these things. Please, I beg you, I need more of these. This A24 company looks like they are killing it, because now I want to see Kicks. I want to see American Honey. There was this other trailer in there. I forgot the name.
American in Germany?
No, that's not. No, you're thinking of Morris.
Morris.
But which is another one that looks really good. But no, there's a trailer in here I hadn't seen about the true story of the interracial couple, fighting for the Supreme Court and everything.
Love?
Yeah, I think it's called Love. And that looked fantastic. That got me teary-eyed because it just looked powerful. And it stars Ruth Negga. It's a name I'm very uncomfortable pronouncing because it is spelled Negga, and it sounds a little too close to something. But she's fantastic. She's Tulip on Preacher. She was the girl,
the woman in the flower dress.
Yeah, from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And of course she was the Queen in Warcraft. So I'm just loving seeing her career blow up, and it just looks like a fantastic movie. But A24, take my money because I want to see everything you guys do, basically. But yeah, so awesome. Yeah, sweet. All right, guys, this is the spoiler video, so please, if you have seen it, obviously I want to geek out over this. So comment away. What was your favorite part? What did we miss? What do you want? What are your take on some of these things? What are your theories and stuff? Oh God, it was so good. Just comment away. Let me know. Thumbs up if encouragement is always encouraging. Subscribe if you're new here. We do all kinds of fun, geeky, nerdy stuff every single day on the Eric Butts channel. See if I can finish without her yawning. And share with your friends because if you're cool, they're cool. We all should be partying together. Patreon has a lot of exclusive stuff. If you want to check that out, link is below. You might like it, you might not, whatever's cool. But supporting this channel is always a wonderful thing. And yeah, I'm on Instagram now. It's a brand new thing. So the Eric Butts, I don't know what I'm doing over there yet, but I'll be doing stuff. Eventually pop photography probably, but yeah, guys, so awesome time. Happy 4th of July, and if you care about such things, and before this car that just yanked, this 18th car that pulled into the parking spot in front of us while we've been filming this, that hits us, I think we're gonna get out of here. So I guess we will see you guys later.